Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's the game against Luton Town. It's on paper when the fixtures were announced, you'd be like, oh, it's just another game against Luton Town, and this could be one of our easiest fixtures and stuff. But no, this is one of our harder ones, I would say, especially relating to the circumstances surrounding this fixture. Last Chelsea, how many are there? When last even count Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, Villa. Last four games, and we've not even won one. This is the fifth game. So when Kenilworth Road, I would say I saw the Arsenal game, I saw the Liverpool game. It's a congested stadium. It's a stadium where they don't give you space. The pitch is not big enough. Width is not gonna be of use. They're gonna be very physical set pieces, and also it will be a tough challenge. By no means it will be an easy challenge, to be honest. Let me just set up a few things and then we can go. By the way, what do you guys think about the lineup? What do you guys think about the lineup he's picked? Interesting. There are some things he's done which many of our fans wanted, but just a minute, just a second. Give me a second, and I'll actually set up a few things, and then we can actually go. Yeah, all the things are ready. I mean, it's actually quite interesting when you look at the lineup he's picked. He's picked. I mean, a lot of fans were calling Yasko Guardiola to play in the center and Nathan Ake to play at left back because people were telling right-left combination. John Stones, keeping the injury record in mind, people were telling it's time to groom Yasko Guardiola to play the John Stones role. He's actually got that technique. He's got that. He's an excellent dribbler of the ball. Josko Guardiol. He has strength on the ball. He can go past people. He has the pace to go past people. Not Doku types, but he has pace to go past people and a lot of things like that. So people thought Josko Guardiol would be the perfect, and people were like, including me, when I was thinking, why is Pep trying Akanji so much in that John Stones role? When you maybe had a better option in Josko Guardiola to do that. So that is one thing I'm happy. Now I don't know if Ake will play centre back and Guardiola will play right back, left back, but I hope it's Josko Guardiola playing in the centre alongside Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake playing at left back. I think with Akanji, there's no need for Akanji to play only at centre back. Akanji could play at right back in place of Walker. You can rotate Walker. For how long are you going to start Walker every game? So Akanji could be an option there. So just John Stones, you could rotate John Stones. Probably you could rotate the three of them, Diaz, Stones, and Guardiola pairing two of them. So that could be some rotation strategy which Pep could actually come up with. So that will be another interesting thing, to be honest. And the midfield is where I'm really intrigued. It's not by the Luton Town midfield, but it's by City's midfield. I'm really intrigued. Uh, One complaint against Villa was there were no real midfielders in there because John Stones was playing, Akanji were playing in the midfield. Sort of Rico Lewis he's been playing in the midfield, but in a way he's just a sort of a left back or right back converted to midfield, right? So Villa were playing a high line, but Julian Alvarez is centre forward, and Foden and Bernardo were on the wing. So Foden never got a chance to get into the centre there against Villa. So okay, we were outplayed against Villa, but why were we outplayed? We were outplayed because we did not have a single midfielder playing in our midfield. The The high line. Otherwise, if Foden would have played at least there, the high line of Villa would just be, Foden could maybe break down that high line of Villa. As much as people say City were absolutely played out of the park by Aston Villa, but against a high line, City did not play any midfielders in that midfield. Everyone was either a centre back or a centre forward. See, against Villa, two centre backs, a centre forward, one of the best centre forwards in the world, in Julian Alvarez, and a right back, a 17-year-old right back, played in our midfield. When was the last time you saw that in a Pep Guardiola's midfield? So, so for me, I just think that Villa game is not a barometer to judge us how our season's been going. To be honest, if you ask me personally, I think our season's been mostly characterized by lack of clinical finishing, and that's very ironic, right? When you see the goal scoring charts and Erling Haaland sits on top of that. Erling Haaland should have had 30 goals by now, and I'm not even joking. The misses he's had at Spurs, the miss. I was just chatting with a friend a while back, a City fan, and he was telling, uh, it's just the lack of clinical finishing. We were chatting about that cost us Chelsea, Spurs, even Liverpool game to an extent. Haaland finishes the chance, Liverpool don't go and score on the counter. Same with Spurs, open goal. So the narrative would have been different against us if Haaland was had taken his chances. So for me, this game is it's not about this game is not about are we in the title race or are we not in the title race and all of those things. For me this game is more about our mentality. For me this game is more about can we roar back? Can we roar back from the recent defeat? It's a test of your character. And every champion team, every season, when they want to win the league, has to go through tests like this. So let us see how City respond. Do do we still have that hunger to go out there and fight for our title, to defend our title? That's what the result of this game will determine. It's just a game against Luton Town, but it's more than a game against Luton Town for me. It's a game your City is playing against themselves. There was a pundit who said that if City don't want to lose, then no one can defeat them. So this game this game could almost be a significance of a test of our personality and character. So it's going to be very interesting. Kenilworth Road, like I said, the pitch is very congested. They'll be throwing long balls at you, to be honest. Foden, Jack Grealish on the ball. Jack Grealish. How we missed Jack Grealish against Villa. At least if Jack would have been there, it could have been different. Gautam is here. Hello, citizens. Hey, Gautam, how you doing? Poor run of form, Gautam, for us in the last four games. And the good thing is Arsenal dropped points against Villa. I didn't watch that match and against Villa. I just opened the One Football app and it was like Villa holding on against Arsenal was what they were writing. And I was like, it would have been 1-1 and a late Arsenal winner was coming. But when I switched it on, it was 1-0 and that was just superb. City almost on a counter attack here. Alvarez has to give it to Jack. But that was offside, I think. Bernardo Silva with the follow up. I think Alvarez just played that ball a little bit late there. He was onside. He was clear onside there, Phil Foden. That was a tight angle, to be honest. I think Foden should have waited for some support to come. That was a very tight angle. Easy for the goalkeeper to save it. Good that we have had a first shot and it's not even 2 minutes against Villa. You just had two shots the whole game. Nathan Ake playing at centre back. We need to be very careful. Look at the pressing from Kenilworth Town. Sorry, from Luton Town. I just think this season everyone is just. I just think that all the teams are just pressing us high this season. How much would Kevin De Bruyne have been licking his lips to come back here. Just imagine that De Bruyne plays in the games against Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, uh, and Villa. Gautam says, didn't watch our last match against Villa. Already knew the result. We have become Rodri FC. But Gautam, it was a bit of a joke, Gautam, because in the midfield where John Stones started as DM, Akanji coming into the midfield, Rico Lewis in the midfield, Julian Alvarez in the midfield. You literally had centre backs. We have lost the ball here. We have lost the ball here. You literally had two centre backs, a right back, and a centre forward playing in our midfield. That was just horrific, that Villa game. I think it's the first time and the last time that Pep Guardiola in his career will actually play without any midfielders. Gautam says, apart from Rodri, we really missed. Yes, Gautam, yes, the bliss was so needed that day. But that day, I had this strange feeling, more than missing Rodri and stuff. I was like, yeah, exactly. We missed your bliss, and I was like, how do we score a goal? Because there was zero creativity on the field, absolutely zero creativity. And Villa were playing a high line, Villa were playing on our halfway line. When did a team last dare to even dream of playing a high line against City? They don't even dare that. It's a nightmare with Haaland in there. It's a nightmare for you to play a high line, and Villa did that. That's what I was so frustrated by. Teams are playing high lines against us and getting results. And when Erling Haaland signed for us, everyone told you're not gonna get high lines in the Premier League. How is Haaland gonna adapt when teams sit deep? I think Erling Haaland, its news is that he suffered a foot injury or something. He's having a foot injury, stress fracture or something. Rodri, wide, wide, pass it wide. That's a foul. That's a foul. It's a foul on Foden. So Haaland, I think, could be out for the next 2-3 games. So it will be interesting how with Julian Alvarez. I think the dynamic changes a little bit, but at least for us, the thing is we are at least seeing a midfielder in that central attacking midfield position, whoever it is, instead of Julian Alvarez there. I was so frustrated by seeing Julian Alvarez in that position, to be honest. Kovacic, Rodri, there's no space at all. There's absolutely no space. Jack Grealish, I think it's a throw in for City. Josko Guardiola, little disappointed, but still Pep playing Guardiola at left back and Ake at centre back position. Don't understand this. Jack Grealish on the ball. We missed Jack. To be fair, we missed Jack against Villa. Someone who could protect the ball under press. I mean, how much ever we might hate Jack for making the game boring, I think we missed someone who could protect the ball under high press against Villa. To be honest, look at Jack Grealish. I think Jack Grealish is playing at midfield today. Yes, Jack Grealish is playing inside. It's Foden playing on the outside. I think it's a Luton player down, but good to see. I mean, good to see. I expected Guardiola playing inside and Ake on the outside, but because Luton's wingers are dangerous, to be honest. Luton's wingers are so dangerous. But it's fine now. Jack Grealish is playing in midfield. At least Pep is having some sense to play Jack Grealish in midfield. We have to score the first goal. We have to score the first goal. This match is the next couple of matches are so important. The next couple of matches are so important because Liverpool and Arsenal play each other. I think in 2 weeks' time. So literally one of them will drop points. So when they drop points, we should be in a position, because yesterday if Arsenal would have won, it would have been 9 points clear of us. So at least that didn't happen. Aston Villa, even though they defeated us, they defeated Arsenal as well. So it's not, as the results did not affect us as bad, because if that's why it's so imperative to win 3 points, because your two title rivals are gonna play each other and one of them will drop points. You should be in a position to take advantage of that. Vinay says hope for 3 points. Hope is what we were Vinay right for the last 1 month. When is it that in the Premier League, especially, that we were hoping, we were hoping for 1 month on City? That has never happened, I think, right? Gautam says, I would like to add Emery to my future managers list. Unai Emery is actually an interesting thing, Gautam, because Unai Emery, I did not think, because watching Unai Emery's Sevilla sides, his Villarreal sides, you'd think that he's more of a on the counter-attack manager, and that's what he's been before Villa. But against Aston Villa, but at Aston Villa, he's just done something that no one expected, to be honest, because especially if you look at the John McGinn role, he's playing John McGinn almost in a pseudo cam type of position. It's not exactly an attacking midfielder, or neither a defensive midfielder. He's doing both the roles. And you actually put down those inventions to people like Pep Guardiola. So you're exactly right. Unai Emery, with his European experience and stuff, we need to consider Unai Emery seriously. And Julian Alvarez is down, and I think it's a yellow card, but the ref will not give a yellow card. There was a pundit who did this comment. I think 2 weeks ago, that he said, if Arsenal had, it was an ex-Arsenal legend, I think, I don't know, but he said if Arsenal had Unai Emery, they would have won the league last season, and a lot of Arsenal fans laughed at that. But looking at how he's done with Aston Villa, I think if Unai Emery got the same resources as Mikel Arteta, I think Unai Emery would have actually. I mean, just imagine, give this team to Unai Emery. They gave a stupid team to Unai Emery, and spend a lot on Ozil, Nicolas Pepe. I mean, Arsenal, I think, did not treat Unai Emery well, to be honest. Vinay says Emery is playing with fire. With that high line, he'll get exposed. I think a lot of nothing. It's a 1v1 on the wings. A 1v1. Don't Very good defending from Natanake. Excellent defending from Natanake. It's interesting, when because Villa played against Brighton, and against Brighton you just cannot play a high line. It's they just destroy you, Mitoma and stuff, and is smash them 5-1 or 6-1. I think he's played a high line against us. He's played a high line against Arsenal. Okay, we didn't have any midfielders, so I don't know. But Arsenal had Odegaard, who at least will be in the top five midfielders, attacking midfielders in the Premier League. So I think with Highline, I think the secret is getting that press right. I think if you can press well, there's nothing better than Highline in football. I think if you can press well, I think a Highline is better than sitting deep. And when you look at the midfield of Aston Villa, I think that midfield, the work rate of that midfield is why that Highline might not get as much exposed, because Douglas Lewis, Baubakar Kamara, John McGinn, there's not one who sleeps in that midfield. Everyone goes on and contributes to the press. Vinay says at Villa he can afford to do these things, but here standard is very high. Absolutely, absolutely. It's not gonna be a it's not going to be an easy transition for Unai Emery, because we have seen what happened to Emery at PSG. He couldn't protect a 4-0 lead or something. But again, PSG is just a shit of a club. So will be interesting who we will go for as the next manager if Pep does leave. But it's again 2 years at least. So there might be some new names coming up. It's already 12 minutes here and we haven't scored a goal yet. It's Josko Guardiola there with the ball and it's a free kick to City. They're doing a lots of fouls there, Luton Town, but they're doing lots of fouls, Luton Town, but City are just not gonna not City have not got going. We have to strike first here. We have to strike first. When I says high expectations and under pressure, will he cope? That's I, I, I think that's the question for every young manager, right? Because with Xabi Alonso as well, I think if people see him as a net City coach or a Madrid coach or whatever at such big clubs, I think can he go? But you could in a way say the same thing about Pep Guardiola, right? When Pep Guardiola first went to Barcelona, they would have asked the same questions. When Mourinho first went to Chelsea, they would have asked the same questions. Okay, he's done well at Porto, but United expectations, sorry, Chelsea expectations, can he cope? So I think that we will never know unless he gets the job because Graham Potter it didn't work out. So I think there have been examples of both. I think we'll never know that unless some young manager gets the job. To be honest, Gautam says, "I know stakes are high here, but we have to see the pool of managers available. Of course, first choice will be Deserby. Uh, I don't know, Gautam. Maybe I think for me, both would be okay. Both Xabi Alonso and De Zerbi, to be honest. It's a set piece for Luton. My God, it's a set piece for Luton. It's a set piece for Luton. For me, it would be both De Zerbi and Xabi Alonso. Because this season with Brighton, it will be interesting to see what happens with Brighton this season. Because last season, box midfield and everyone was like, it was a new thing, but teams are working out. West Ham thrashed them 4-1-5, and Aston Villa thrashed them. So teams are starting to understand how to play that against De Zerbi. So can he cope? The second season, I think, is always a test for any manager because the first season, your tactics and stuff, it's a set piece for Luton. It's a set piece for Luton. I mean, Josko Guardiola does well, but Josko Guardiola does very well. That was a very very good set piece for Luton, to be honest. I think I'm just behind a lot, so I'll just refresh. We need to create chances. That's offside, I think. The referee doesn't give it. We are just not able to create chances again. That's a foul, and that's a free kick to City. The pitch is small, and Luton players are just crowding around. I think we need to switch the ball faster. We need to switch the ball faster and play at a higher tempo. We need to switch the ball faster. I think Foden's just taking a touch too much. Jack Grealish there. That is wonderful from Jack Grealish. Sorry, wonderful from Foden, and he finds Jack Grealish. Mateo Kovacic, Rodri. Bernardo Silva receives the ball in space. Josko Guardiola collects, and it's Mateo Kovacic. Just that was a good injection of the tempo, to be honest. We need to play on the same tempo. I think Foden's just taken it too long. He has to give it to Grealish. Josko Guardiola with the throw. There's no one. That was a great cutback, but there's no one on in the box. Gautam says these were the matches we had Gundo, the savior, the clutch player. Exactly, Gautam. Exactly. Those five small margins. No one in the box. I think for Phil Foden, their Foden's finding a lot of space there. Julian Alvarez. Alvarez retains the ball again. It's sent out wide. Kyle Walker. He's useless in an attacking sense. Rodri. That's a great save from the keeper. You mentioned clutch and Rodri, and Rodri was like, "Well, I am there, even if Gundo is gone." But yeah, we are missing Gundo a lot in these games. I know it was bad on part of the board. They have got it wrong. I'm convinced they have got it wrong with Gundo. If Walker stayed, I think you had to put in more effort to have Gundo stay. City are maintaining the ball well here. Kovacic is circulating the ball very well. So Nathan Ake. Luton players are not passive, but I think this that is a wonderful turn from Phil Foden. To be honest, Jack Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden in the box. Bernardo Silva takes control. Someone bloody show him an option. That's a great ball. Bernardo Silva again. Bernardo Silva is just taking matters into his hand. Just look at how well Bernardo Silva is playing. Mateo Kovacic. Ah, that's a good interception to be honest. Mateo Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic again. Just rotate the ball, guys. Rotate the ball. Ruben Diaz. Ruben, you can't take so much time on the ball. What is Kova doing there? My God, what is? Was it Kovacic or was it Guardiola? What did they do on the ball there for so much time? That was a good strike from Rodri, but the keeper did well. Kaminsky is a good keeper. I'm now literally counting the number of shots on target for us because we just had it was an embarrassment at Aston Villa, whatever you might think. Kovacic. City are playing, trying to play through the lines. I wish we did this at Aston Villa. Especially with Haaland in there. How much are we missing Haaland in this match? I don't know. Bernardo Silva, just get it to Luton's third. That's a great ball in Jack Grealish. Ah, it's a corner, but we are City at set pieces. It's Josko Guardiola coming in. I don't know why Josko Guardiola didn't play in. Don't know why Josko Guardiola didn't play in Julian Alvarez. Alvarez made a great run across. I think they're switching the wings. I was surprised to see Guardiola there. Jack Grealish was on the other side. We're absolutely shit. Vinay says, yeah, Guardiola so far good today. He's looking confident. He's looking confident, Vinay. But he should have played in Julian Alvarez there and then cut back to Phil Foden or someone. Set pieces. Why don't we hire a good set piece coach? We have been shit in set pieces from so long. That was a good last dig challenge from the Luton player. Ah, ball's just not falling for us. Ake does extremely well. Ake does very well. They're wonderful by Nathan Ake. Offer Guardiola some options, you idiots. Ah, there were, there were no options there for Josko Guardiola. I think Guardiola needs to pick up the outside runs. He's looking to pick out the inside runs. He needs to pick out the outside runs. Foden and Alvarez made some great outside runs. Never expected at the start of the season that we would be so tense going into a game against Luton Town, right? Eddie played fast. I was just thinking about that Villa game. I mean, not just the Villa game, the Chelsea game, all of those games until the previous game against Villa, Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool. I was thinking, except for Liverpool game, all the other managers, if you see Pochettino, Postecoglou, Unai Emery, the way they are pressing, it's all thought by Pep. So Pep is the monster that has created it. How come Pep is not being able to play through it? That's what I was thinking. And I'm thinking, Kevin De Bruyne, I would be thinking, this is my chance to get 30 assists this season. So many teams are playing high lines this season. Never have I seen so many teams playing high lines, right? When have we seen so many teams? I mean, in the last 3, 4 years of the Premier League, at least I remember only Liverpool and Arsenal playing sort of high line. Everyone were sitting back. Everyone were sitting back against us. Gautam says that's the beauty of PL. That's true, Gautam. Anyone can beat anyone else. That's the beauty of PL. I don't think in any other league we would be afraid of facing the bottom team. But anyway, it's Jagri, Bernardo Silva. He's just going left wing, right wing. It's offside. And of all people, Kyle Walker is offside. The most useless attacking shit in the team. Kyle Walker is offside. I don't know why Pep wants Walker to come up and down. I know an attacking outlet, but he's shit at attacking, right? His crosses are shit. If you saw against Aston Villa, no one was even caring about Walker coming high up. The Villa players just left him. They were just marking. It was a man marking system Villa employed against us, man to man. And Guardiola's been exceptional today. His reading of the game, his reading, he's been very good. Maybe I think it's this skill why Pep is playing Guardiola at left back than at centre back. He thinks this skill of coming forward in an attacking sense will be wasted if Guardiola plays in a centre back position. Bernardo, you have to cut it back. There's no space. Just maintain possession of the ball, Bernardo. Yes, Rodri, Kovacic. My God, will Kovacic shoot? That's a free kick for City. The interesting thing is, I think Spurs game, Villa game, and the Chelsea game, all the three of them were man marking systems, and Kovacic was essentially brought in to break the man marking thing. Ah, good shot from Foden, and what a save from Kaminsky. That's maybe the best bit of attacking play that we have seen till now from City in this game. Ah, you're maybe getting close. I just think we are missing a big presence in Haaland to occupy a few of the Luton players here. And I think Luton's are wasting time as usual. They generally don't waste that much time, but how much are we struggling for goals? Vinay says, why attackers are going away from whenever we had chance? No idea, no idea, Vinay, no idea. I was like, no, I'm just like thinking, how are we gonna score a goal again? Okay, it's better than Villa, but again, how are we gonna score if the attackers are doing that? At least the midfield performance is better, but you're right, Vinay, you're right. At least the midfield performance is better, but exactly the attackers. With Julian Alvarez, maybe this is a bit of a problem that he doesn't give you the presence Haaland does, but we were beating teams before Haaland came with players like Bernardo Silva playing up top do not have physical presence. This is a good ball. They're excellent ball there from Lasco Guardiola. I think it's Jack Grealish. Jack, you need to complete this cross. Chance missed. Chance missed. Chance missed, guys. That was a great bit of a chance. What a chance that was. I don't know what Julian Alvarez did there. Jack Grealish. That's a wonderful ball from Jack Grealish. He was clearly onside. Had to. I mean, I don't know why he didn't cut across. When I says Alvarez, Gautam says we just need my bliss. Alvarez special finishes across the goalkeeper. He had all the time to go across the goalkeeper. I don't know why Alvarez just was choosing the near post over there. No idea at all. Jack Grealish again. That is good bit of run from Jack Grealish. That is wonderful work by Bernardo Silva to give us back the possession. The players definitely improved. The players definitely improved compared to the Villa game, but Foden's given the ball away now. And it's a City throw. Yasko, throw the ball in. Gautam, please give us your bless. And it's a foul throw, it seems. I'll never get to understand what is a foul throw and what is not. Wow, 30 minutes gone and we haven't scored. My God. As each minute passes by, it just gets more tense and tense, to be honest. It's just so tense as each minute passes by without us scoring. Get on with the play fast, guys. Get on with the play fast. I know Luton Town have hardly attacked, but we know the pace they have on the break. We need to break them down. I know we are going through a hard phase and we need to stay with the team, but I don't know what Kovacic was bloody doing there, and I don't know why we are not offering options to Kovacic. Kovacic is just taking a bit more time on the ball. He needs to release that ball quicker. Rodri, City get the ball back there. Rodri, I think he should have switched it. This the space is on the other side. I don't know why we are playing through these tiny spaces. The space is on the other side. Ah, it's good goalkeeping by Kaminsky. Bernardo Silva does extremely well there. That is wonderful dribbling by Bernardo Silva. I think the touch just abandoned Foden there. Just a loose touch and the ball just goes away from Foden. And it's a good catch by Edison and Andros Townsend. I'm still afraid if of him shooting from distance. I think against when we played against Palace, Townsend once scored a rocket of a goal and we lost it 3-1. I think this was many years back, 3 4 years back at least. Yes, he spread the play well. Spread the play. Give it to Jack. Give it to Jack. The space was there for to give it to Jack Grealish, and I don't know why was it Kovacic who's taking so much time on the ball. Time's just going by. Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish again. Jack, there is space out wide. Utilize Josko Guardiola out wide. He's going on the inside, which is a mistake again. Please do not get on the inside. And that, yes, please picked out Guardiola and that. Keep the ball, keep calm, keep the ball for a while. We cannot get out of this half nil-nil. We have to score. The pressing's been good. Everything's been good. The creativity is what's been absent. That is wonderful. Pinching by Rodri. And Rodri gets the ball again. It was an occasion when Grealish scored the goal against Spurs. Maybe we'll see another goal from Grealish only next year. Such a rare thing. The sad part is the same thing as with Kovacic, with Grealish. They're not actually goal scorers. So where are we going to get our midfield goals from? Rodri. Jack Grealish again. Jack Grealish on the ball. Phil Foden. I don't understand why Kovacic is shooting. Vinicius Grealish. That's maybe another problem, Vinay, because earlier we had De Bruyne and Gundogan both scoring goals and Rodri chipping in. Now if you see Grealish doesn't score, uh, Kovacic doesn't score, Bernardo rarely scores nowadays. So where are you gonna get the goals from? Vinay says so many good moves, but just can't hit it on target. And I don't know Gautam why Kovacic is shooting there. He is, I think, what in the last 2 years he's had one goal or something in the Premier League from open play. You're right, Vinay. So many good moves. It just needs a finisher. You know, people including me have criticized Erling Haaland for missing those chances, but at least he's getting in positions to have that shot. This we are not even having positions to have that shot. The move is not culminating with a shot on goal. The move is just ending up with a reckless giveaway of possession and stuff. Can we break Luton down before the break? That's the question. 8 more minutes are there effectively. That's a throw in for City. I think Alvarez needs to be more proactive. Jack, throw the bloody ball. Why are you wasting time? What the hell is he doing? Mateo Kovacic. The moves have been good. The position by and far has been good. Kovacic's been good. He's been conducting the play well. One or two mistakes, but I've said that and the ball's given away. Yasko, one on one. Wonderful defending. That is fantastic defensive work there. That was a nervous moment where he dribbled inside the box. Do not let him one on one, one on one. Just defend the one on one. Luton are not just giving us the ball now. Just sit back in a defensive shape. Yasko! Jack, Jack, double upon him. Jack, double upon him. Jack, help, help, help. That is the defending was good there. Jack Grealish was helping Yasko Guardiol. Gautam says this match will be the rise of Guardiol. But still, I'm not that comfortable seeing him in one-on-one situations. I'm happy seeing Ake in one-on-one situations, but Guardiol still needs to improve that thing. Jack Grealish out wide. Kyle Walker. Rodri spread the play, spread the play. Jack Grealish. This move was good, but there is no final ball. It's the final ball we were missing, as put out by Vinay rightly. Final ball we are missing. Look at it. There's a position to cross, but there's no physical presence. What do you do by crossing? Foden. Look at what Kyle Walker did. Bloody hell. There was Foden there free, and look at what Kyle Walker did. This Walker has been rubbish. Walker has been absolutely rubbish in the last few matches. We, we, we worked so hard to construct that move, and the bloody Kyle Walker, he hits it. In what match it was? Against Chelsea, I think, when we got a free kick at the last moment. Chelsea or Spurs, I don't remember. We got a free kick in the last minute, and Walker wanted to hit the free kick. Walker's been rubbish. Just bench Walker. Such a stupid thing from Kyle Walker. Attacking wise, it's been absolutely shit. When I think at least in the next transfer window, just give us a right back and a left back with okay, Guardiola attacking sense is good. At least give us a right back with someone who can at least cross the ball into the box, because in an attacking sense you're essentially playing with 10 men. If Walker can't cross the ball into the box, I don't know how Walker thought he could shoot from that range. I have no idea. Even prime Zidane would not do it. When I says head slow attacks, that is to we need to increase the tempo on the attacks. We need to increase the tempo faster. We're not doing that. Okay, even we built it up the last time. What are we doing? Even though we build up the attack slowly, there's no final ball, there's no out ball. And you're right, slow attacks actually they allow the opposition to get set in the defensive structure. Kyle Walker in there, giving the ball away. Shut up, Kyle. That's very well done by Rodri. Kovacic running with the ball. That is wonderful. Spread it wide, spread it wide. What a ball there. What a ball there. Julian Alvarez. Kovacic. Rodri. Jack Grealish. There's no space for anyone to shoot. Bloody make some runs. Someone give him an option. Someone give Jack an option. Bernardo's there for an option. Back to Jack Grealish. Bernardo Silva. Jack Grealish. Bernardo Silva. Josko Guardiol. And it's a goal kick. See, this was such a good move, and see where it has ended in a bloody goal kick. One of the most painful halves of football, I would say, because we are not able to put the final ball in. I don't know what Pep thought when we were, or Tixiki Bagaristan thought when he was sending away Gundogan. At least Gundo would have provided you with that creativity, right? There's absolutely nothing. This one more attack. Maybe I think there's chance for one more attack, and that's all. Everything's perfect. The build up, the midfield play, but no lack of ideas, lack of creativity. That's a throw for City. Again, the referee is telling foul throw. Wow, what the hell is this? What does even a foul throw mean? I bet the referee will just give 1 minute of added time. It's 2 minutes of added time. Can we carve out one last chance? Doesn't look so, doesn't seem so at all that we can carve out even one last chance. Foden, Kovacic, Rodri. I think the ball was to Walker and Foden intercepted it. Now bloody Luton are on the counter attack. The last punch in the face would be Luton scoring a goal before half time. Edison catches it and one more minute to go and one last attack. I think that's it. It will be 0-0 at half time. Nothing in terms of creative output. Creatively, we are shit. Creative, I mean, everything from the build up has been very good. Luton are on the bloody attack again. Yasko! And Luton score! Luton score the goal. That's what we were fearing. Luton score the goal. It's 1-0. City are 1-0 down against Luton Town. Luton score the goal. Luton score the goal. They scored. Exactly, they scored. This is what we were fearing. Luton score. Exactly, this is what we were fearing. No attacking output from us, no creativity from us, and Luton just put a ball in and they score. Again, this is the same cross, right? Right, how Kulisaski scored against us. This is going from bad to worse for us. What the hell is this? And that's half time as well. Exactly on the stroke of half time. What is Pep Guardiola asking when it's shit? That cross should not have even come in. What is Pep Guardiola asking the referee when his lineups and the team is putting in his shit? How many of how many of us have been telling play Ake at left back and Guardiola and at centre back, but he doesn't listen. Guardiola is still not ready. You just cannot allow that bloody cross to come in. Guardiola should have engaged with that cross, but no. And look at here again, 1-0 down to bloody Luton Town. And this is the treble champions. This is the European champions, treble winners. If United losing to Bournemouth was worse, is worse. This is up there. If we don't come back against Luton, Bayaji says another game where City needed 20 shots to score nothing and Luton scoring from just second on target. And the first on target was nothing Bayaji. It was not even a shot, it was just a catch to Edison. So literally Luton have scored with the first shot on target. That too, it is from a simple crossing. I don't know why we don't. I don't know why Josko Guardiola doesn't engage with the one who's crossing, because I don't blame Diaz or Ake there. That guy Edebayo is so physically tall and stuff. Once the cross comes in, you just cannot do anything. You absolutely cannot do anything once that cross comes in. Bhaiya, this is with all that space to run into, a proper left back would have dominated much better than Guardiola. There's so much space on the counter as well. It's not that Luton are sitting back. There's so much space out wide. There's so much space to run into as well. Probably one of the worst games to miss Erling Haaland. And when is the last time we kept a clean sheet? Do we even keep clean sheets now? It's just going from bad to worse. I was happy that yesterday Aston Villa won against Arsenal. Just imagine if it would be a nine point gap and we were like this. It's already a 7 point gap with Liverpool a point ahead of Arsenal. I don't know what Pep says to anyone in the dressing room. And I don't know why he's not played John Stones. I mean, ideally, I think my ideal lineup would have been Ake, Stones, Diaz, and Walker. I don't know what is this. I don't know what is this obsession Pep Guardiola has got with Alvarez and Josko Guardiola. He doesn't drop both of them when both of them are doing shit. Alvarez I can understand out of position striker today, but Josko Guardiola is just being shit all around and he doesn't drop him. Why are you not playing John Stones? When John Stones could have gone into that midfield with the ball, he would have created things. You're not playing John Stones. I don't know what is this obsession. And and with Josko Guardiola, he just not able to defend one-on-ones. What is Pep Guardiola? What has Pep Guardiola done to this team? And people say after the treble, the hunger has not disappeared, the desire has not disappeared. It's just Pep Guardiola with all of his rubbish formations. Who plays Julian Alvarez as a cam? Okay, he's doing good off the ball, but on the ball, what about creativity? How do you score? Pep doesn't understand that. It's his obsession with playing the players in certain positions that he absolutely wants. This is just absolute shite. Luton, Luton Town leading 1-0. We'll just look at some other scores from the other grounds. Everton, Chelsea 0-0. That is interesting. But Fulham, West Ham 3-0. Wow. What's happening there? Raul Jimenez scores again. Willian scores and Rabiot scores. Those are previous this thing. But Willian scores again. 3-0 against West Ham. Fulham. I think Fulham was suddenly back in business. This is just getting from bad to worse for us. Bhaiya just says, can't think of a single player who looks improved this season. I mean, what is the system Pep Guardiola wants to play? No one knows that. And Kyle Walker, what is that shit that this guy is doing? Kyle Walker. Just drop Kyle Walker. I don't know what Kyle Walker told to Pep Guardiola in that restaurant, and Walker's become undroppable, and then you let Gundogan go. I think if Gundogan was there this season and Walker left, we wouldn't have suffered much. Because last season, Walker was important. I agree against Real Madrid, but apart from that, Walker was not an integral part of our campaign, right? It was Akanji, Ake who were playing in the full back positions. It was not Kyle Walker, to be honest. Vinay says Walker right wing, remove him now. This is it's just shit. The amount of time they're showing the goal back. Josko Guardiola doesn't go and engage. Josko Guardiola, just look at the goal back, guys. Josko Guardiola doesn't go and engage with the cross. Bloody put some pressure on the one who is crossing. Why does Josko Guardiola not even engage, not even put some pressure? I mean, I'm looking at it back and I'm like losing it. He doesn't even put any pressure. He's just telling, cross. I won't let you come in, but cross. When you know that Luton Town's strength is crossing, Luton Town's strength is crossing, and what do? Let him just throw Josko Guardiola out of the team now. What is that shit defending? For 100 million, you get this. You get this for 100 million, and anyway, it's not his fault. It's Pep Guardiola's fault. He is a centre back, and you're playing him at left back. Nathan Ake is there, who's was one of the best left backs in the world last season. Pocketed Saka, pocketed Sane, Coleman. You just you just name it, and you want to play him centre back, and you do not want to play Alvarez out wide. You just want to play Alvarez in the centre, even though your team is getting ripped to shreds. What the hell? Vinay says, and Alvarez is still in mid. He's not making. That's the exact reason, Vinay. That's the exact reason why we are not able to create. The creative outlet is absent because Alvarez is not making runs. Is not playing as a striker. Is coming into the midfield. Already Luton is congesting you, and you also want Julian Alvarez to drop into the midfield as well. It's just absolute shit. I mean, what is this Pep Guardiola's obsession with midfielders? This is almost like Ronald Koeman, coming into Everton and buying all those midfielders. You remember, I think 3-4 seasons back, Ronald Koeman with 200 million budget, he bought all the midfielders, Andrea Gomez and this and that, and he was just shit. This just seems like that. Our build-up is good. We have been going into the last phase of play well, but then what happens? There's no one to pass to. Alvarez is not playing runs. Why doesn't Pep tell Julian Alvarez to play off the last man? Why doesn't Julian Alvarez tell Pep to just play off the last defender? He doesn't do that. He tells Julian Alvarez to play in the midfield. And bloody Kyle Walker is playing on right wing. The idea should be to stretch the pitch as much as possible, and what Pep is doing here is congesting the pitch as much as possible. Bayaji says, I was happy looking at the lineup that finally today we'll see centre back pairing of Ruben Yasko. Exactly, Bayaji. The first thing I told after coming on the stream is look at the lineup today. Today is one of the best lineups Pep has put out, especially the defense. I told Ake left back, Walker right back, Yasko and Ruben Diaz. Good pairing, left footed, right footed. We could train Yasko to do the Stones role. He's having the dribbling skills, the passing skills to do that. No, if I no, if I think a rabbit has three legs, it has three legs. I don't care if the truth is that it has four legs. If I think sun rises in the west, the sun rises in the west. I don't care if the truth is if science says it rises in the east. No, 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 never. This is what Pep is thinking now. What I'm just getting so angry. I'm just about to lose it. Vinay says this is all on Pep for complexity. Walker has been shit straight 5 games and it doesn't. I mean, I'm sorry. I thought I'll never say this about Pep, but I think he doesn't have the balls to drop Kyle Walker. He doesn't have the balls to drop Kyle Walker or Julian Alvarez. At least Kyle Walker. He doesn't have the balls to drop Kyle Walker. I never thought I'll say this about Pep. Pep has dropped some big players like Yaya Toure, but what is this? Can't Pep see Kyle Walker? Any attacking fullback over there would have just pounded Luton. So much space for Kyle Walker. They would have pounded Aston Villa, they would have pounded Chelsea, they would have pounded Liverpool. But this Kyle Walker is so shit. 1-0 down, 45 minutes to go. I have to make a comeback. The best we can expect from this game is a draw, I think. A draw and be 5 points behind Arsenal and 6 points behind Liverpool. I think that's the best thing you can expect. Pep is clueless now, right, Vinay? Pep is absolutely clueless. And commentators are telling, pundits are telling that treble winning season, the hunger will go and all of that. This has nothing to do with hunger. This is Pep and his Balak tactics. Pep and his shit tactics. Going all round. What an absolute farce. And what is Kovacic? Another player, he's just holding on to the ball for too long. And then he's allowing Luton players to, come in and tackle him. If bloody Arsenal can come here and score 4, can't even score a single goal. That's just an embarrassment if we don't do that. Single goal. Bayaji says last PL win came on 4th November versus Bournemouth 6-1, and that to Bayaji it wasn't a team show, it was a one-man show. Jeremy Doku with four assists and a goal or something like that. It was insane. Jeremy Doku in fantasy gave 48 points till now, and in that one game he gave around 24 points. So that tells you a lot. And when you see players playing as well, one time Grealish on the left, another time Grealish on the right, Alvarez in the midfield. I think Alvarez is still playing as a midfielder. Bloody, I think Pep is playing with the false 9 in this game. I didn't even realize this. Pep is playing with the bloody false 9 in this game. Instead of playing Julian Alvarez, I mean, I agree with Pep to, Julian Alvarez drop in and out when needed, but Pep is playing Julian Alvarez in the same position that is played in the last game in that attacking midfield. That's it. It's a false 9. He's just given it a new name, false 9. That's all. Why is Pep doing this? Why the hell is Pep trying this? It's nothing on the players. It's all on Pep Guardiola for what he's done. Bayaji says Kovacic is an accident waiting to happen. 30 million down the flesh for a player who can't create or score. They said that Mateo Kovacic is in there to, break the lines, is the final piece in the jigsaw for Erling Haaland. He can break the lines, is an excellent player at breaking the lines and stuff. Luton's effectively had 2 shots, again one was just a shit shot, so Luton's effectively had 1 shot in the 45 plus 2 minute and they've scored. And City are one of the best teams at defending from crosses. I know Kulusevski one happened, but what did we learn from the Spurs game then? Kulusevski also gave a similar cross from which Spurs scored, right? What is the difference between that cross and this cross? Okay, this went to the back post and that one was the front post where Kulusevski scored. That's the only thing. The mistake then and the mistake now was we allowed the cross to happen. These crosses can, you have to put pressure on the crosser. Even if he crosses, if you put pressure, the crosses will not be accurate. It's not a Trent Alexander Arnold or a Kevin De Bruyne crossing in, right? This is just absolute shite. The last time we lost against a relegated team, what happened? You guys know right now with City it was. We lost 4-1 or something, and that was, and the season went to crap. When was the last time that 135 minutes City have played? 90 in the last game and 45 minutes in this game with zero goals. When was City trialing 2-0 to any opponent over a 135-minute period? I don't know what Pep Guardiola is trying to do here. I absolutely think he has no clue. What about the money for Nunez? Bayaji then. I think even Nunez, we had to get Lucas Paqueta. I think we'd get him. We didn't get him and Tixike Bagaris, and we lost Gundo and Tixike Bagaristan panicked, I think. You know what this team needed? This team needed Olise. This team needed Lucas Paqueta. And maybe Kovacic as a backup to play 10-15 minutes at the end of the games. And instead of Olise and Paqueta, we are now to do with Nunez and Kovacic and whatnot. The half has started, but we are looking as clueless as the last half here. The beginning's been absolute shite. It's just ball in the air, that's all. It's been absolute shite. The best we can hope for from this game is a draw, I think. Because we don't look like scoring. That's the only thing. We don't look like scoring. We don't look like creating. We might have 200 shots on target, but we don't look like creating. The creativity is absolutely zero in this team. I don't know what Pep Guardiola was arguing with the referee. Stand in front of a mirror, Pep, and argue with yourself for the shit you have done, the shit lineups you have picked in the last 4 games, for your shit tactics of playing Julian Alvarez at cam and Josko Guardiola at left back. Pep Guardiola is thinking Kevin De Bruyne coming back will solve this. The answer is Pep can solve it himself. That was such a shit ball from Mateo Kovacic. Pep, you can solve it yourself by dropping Julian Alvarez from that cam position. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter, Pep. Another goal is coming, I think. Another goal is coming. It's a corner. And do you guys know what a corner versus Luton means? It means danger. It's a corner for Luton Town. City's shitty form continues. It's a corner for Luton Town. And they'll take 2 hours to take one corner. That's well defended. Thank God. These corners are one of the strengths of Luton. How are we gonna create, guys? How are we gonna create? That's a big question if you ask me. How do we even create? Nathanake does well there. Nathanake does very well. This doesn't even look like a team. Of course, it's not the team that won the treble. De Bruyne, Gundogan, that is all different. I don't know why Kyle Walker's trying to dribble and take so much time on the ball. And he's our bloody captain. He's going to spit. That's a foul in City's favour. Rodri out wide. Kovacic. Rodri. City are trying to create something, but it's all coming down to shit. And it's another throw for us. At least will this we are not even able to throw well. Kovacic does well and not even creating anything. And there's a Luton player down. Kyle Walker trying to cross. And I mean, you can't beat Luton to crossing and stuff. Think you need to play your football, and then that's how you can beat Luton. This just feels so worse. When are we gonna register a register a goal? It's a bad moment, I agree, but and you have to stand behind the club. I know, but the bad moments have been coming. Chelsea was bad, Spurs was bad, Liverpool was bad, Villa was the worst, and this just keeps on getting darker and darker for City. Bernardo Silva, and it's a throw in for Luton. Don't know what we are trying to do. Absolutely no clue at what we are trying to do. I think now this is the strategy. Tell Kyle Walker to run down the wing and put some crosses in. And Luton are just wasting time, nothing on them. They can waste as much time as they want it because it's us who are shit more than anything else. That's a throw in for City. At last, there's something to cheer about. Some attacking spark. Kovacic, Ake. It's been 8 minutes since the half has started and nothing. No shot on target from us. Rodri, Kovacic. The ball's not going anywhere, to be honest. And it's not a foul. Sums up our day, to be honest. We're not creating anything in attack. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. There's no one to pass to forward. Just backward passing, all the way around, backward passing. When Kyle Walker is a creative outlet, can say how much worse it has become. That's a free kick for City. Can Alvarez rescue us like he did against Wolves? At least temporarily, he rescued us against Wolves. I think it was a tackle by Marvelous Nakamba. What a name that is. I think it's a free kick, and 10 minutes already gone in this half. Has to be Alvarez who strikes it, not Bernardo Silva. It's I think Bernardo Silva's placed the ball, but I want Alvarez to take it. But it's good for a left footer. Will Bernardo do it or will Alvarez do it? It's a corner. Again, not a good free kick. He was looking for power over placement, I think. Suited a left footer always. We're not creating anything. There's nothing we are creating here. Time is just running by. I remember 2-0 down against Crystal Palace last season, 2-0 down against Spurs last season. How did we come back in the second half? Roaring. There's nothing like that. There's absolutely nothing like that. There's no energy, there's no urgency, nothing. I don't know from where we'll create to score the goal, to be honest. It's a foul on Jack Grealish. It's the bar, hits the bloody bar, sums up our day, hits the bloody bar. Hits the bloody bar as well. Just sums up our day in a nutshell, to be honest. Ake was on side, hits the bloody bar. On another day, that would have been a goal, a jammy goal, but a goal at the least. In a way, a good save by the keeper, but this match could turn out to be like the classic Everton match, where Everton just had one shot on goal and they scored 1-0 New Year last year. Tarun says just bring Doku on. Doku is not there, Tarun. Doku is not there. Doku is out injured. Doku and Haaland are not there. Both are injured. There's no creative spark. Everyone is ball carriers here. Kovacic, Grealish, Bernardo Silva. It's only Foden who's the creative one, and you chuck him on the wings. I don't know what Pep wanted to do with so many ball carriers. Maybe he thought I'll play 100% total football where I never lose the ball when I have so many ball carriers. Rodri, I just don't see a way back for us here. We're struggling to score at Luton Town away when we've gone to Allianz Arena, Bernabeu last season, and we've played teams off the park. Phil Ford and Ruben Diaz. Rodri does extremely well. And City have scored! Bernardo Silva scores! It's nothing on Pep Guardiola, it's nothing on the system. It's just a wonder strike by bloody Bernardo Silva. Just a wonder strike by Bernardo Silva. It's nothing on Pep Guardiola and the system. Gotham just bliss. I just hope we keep this lead, Gotham. Just Bernardo. I think it was a good advantage, and just look at it, bottom corner. I think it was anyway a penalty shout, I think, on Rodri. But what a strike from Bernardo Silva. Can this revive our season? Can this revive our season? That's the only thing. But again, whatever I've shouted till now, all the anger, nothing's gone because those are all the mistakes that Pep Guardiola has done. Bloody having Kyle Walker as your outlet on the right wing, that just sums up. Who has Kyle Walker as the major attacking outlet? If I ask anybody who's been watching the game, where is City's creative outlet? Who is City's creative outlet? And Kyle Walker, and that's how much we are in need of a good creative outlet. Musi says, imagine conceding against Luton. City fell off hard, bro. I mean, Arsenal have conceded 3 against Luton. Liverpool have conceded 1 against Luton. Luton went ahead against Liverpool. Luton went ahead against Arsenal. Luton were leading Arsenal 3-2 in the 62nd minute if you watch the game. And Arsenal only came back in the last minute. So my worry is not going behind against Luton. That can happen. This is a game of football. That's why we love it. Anything can happen. It's so no, it's so unpredictable. But my worry here is lack of a creative outlet. How do we respond to it? That was a Bernardo Silva wonder strike and the ball was ping pong. It's not a created chance. In the last 2 games, I'm yet to see City score from a creative chance where we have created the move. We stand up and appreciate the move. The opponent is like, Hands down. What a move, bro. We can't do anything. When is that happened the last time? Musi says, I mean to say, we haven't seen this city so bad continuously, bro. Yeah, Alvarez is through. Alvarez is through. And it's 2-0. City score. Woo! Jack Grealish. Woo! Jack Grealish. Woo! Jack Grealish. Jack. Woo! What a goal this is. But again, Luton are asking something. I don't know. Luton are asking something. What is it? What is it? Have I celebrated too early? What is it? Jack Grealish is celebrating as well. What a goal by Jack Grealish. Done it again. I think Alvarez is onside and good ball from Alvarez. Wonderful finish by Jack. That's a great finish by Jack. Great finish by Jack. Come on, City. 2-1. Grealish. Yeah, actually, Musi, I got what you said. I got what you said when you said, imagine conceding against Luton. I know, bro, you're a hardcore City fan as well, but it's just that I've been so frustrated in the last, in the last 10-15 minutes, especially since Luton has scored that goal. That I'm like thinking, how do we score our next goal? How have we become this shit? And I just, I just burst off. That's it. I mean, I was just, so frustrated with how we are using Kyle Walker as a bloody creative outlet. And look at this again, bloody Kyle Walker. Hit. It's a corner for Luton. Kyle Walker couldn't clear a bloody. Look at it again, Kyle Walker. The mistake from Kyle Walker. Kovacic does well coming back. Gautam says bliss mode activated. Gautam, we need all your bliss in defending this corner because Luton are excellent from set pieces. Luton are fantastic from set pieces. Please, please, Gautam, give all your bliss to our defenders. May the bliss help us defend this corner. It's a throw in, and I think no, I thought Luton would go in for a long throw in, but we need to score the third to stay comfortable. To be honest, look at that. How the hell did he dribble past? Who is he? How the hell did he dribble past Rodri there? Sorry, Baskova sits there. There's no way he is dribbling past Rodri like that, but how the hell did he dribble past Kovacic there? And that was literally so close getting on goal. John Stones is coming on. And who is coming off? Who is coming off? Josko Guardiola is coming off. He was covered exactly. He was covered. That's what I because it went so fast. I was thinking, how did he dribble past Rodri? But then I saw, it's Kova. That was just an awful piece of defending there. Gautam says Stones is coming off. Guardiola gone. I think Gautam, this could be our best defense of the season. RK left back, Walker right back, Stones in the center along with Diaz. Now, I don't want to disturb this. I don't want Pep to disturb this. If Pep wants to play Akanji, probably can play him in the place of Ake or Walker. I do not want Pep to play Guardiola at the full back positions. That is very well done. And Bernardo Silva with the ball. That's a foul in favor of City. I know why Pep is trying. I mean, I just lost it, after that goal which which Luton had scored. I just lost it. I just cannot imagine us 1-0 down to Luton, and I was just thinking, how do we score a goal when there's no absolute creativity? And I absolutely lost it on the. That is a VAR check going on. I think it's gonna go. I think it's a red. It could be a red. It's a stamp on the ankle. Could be a red. Was it a stamp on the ankle? What do you guys think? Is it a red? Was it a red? VAR is checking it so many times. Is it a red? What do you guys think? Is it a red? I think this is on VAR. I just can't comment on it. I probably think it was orange between yellow and red. Amber. No, it's not a red. I probably thought it was between yellow and red. Again, losing a simple ball. We need to score the third, guys. We need to score the third. It was foul play there again. I think it depends on the interpretation of what the ref thought at the in the VR room. There are some changes for Luton Town as well now. But for 15 minutes at the start at the end of the first half and the start of this half, my mind was just lost it. Because what the hell it's happening? It's something, losing to Villa because they've been good. It's something drawing to Spurs or something. Luton Town, that too from. I mean, there's nothing wrong in losing to Luton Town or something like that. But the manner in which you conceded the goal, that's what frustrated me. At least Guardiola didn't try to stop the cross from coming. He was just there with his hand behind his back, telling you can't dribble past me inside. When you knew Luton's strength was crossing, that's what really frustrated me. It's a free kick in the favor of Luton. We need to ensure that the ball is on the ground more than it is in the air. To be honest, don't allow him to cross. Don't allow him to cross. City get the ball back. Julian Alvarez, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva gets to the ball. Bernardo Silva gets to the ball. That's gone out and it's a City throw. That's good work by Bernardo Silva. City are taking their time on the ball. This is tense. This is tense. This is uber tense. This is super tense. One more goal City score, and probably after a long, long time, we could watch a City match in a relaxed manner, at least for some time, I think. That's a free kick in favor of City. It's a free kick, and I just want us to play it short and stuff because we are shit and crap at set pieces, to be honest. One more goal, and we can just relax and watch a match in a relaxed state for a better part of a month, to be honest. It's an offside, and Luton get the decision in their favor. I think Pep Guardiola needs to rethink his lineups. For me, I think this just cannot continue, to be honest. The Luton goalkeeper plays it out. Press, press, press. And that's a throw in favor of Luton, I think. It's interesting that Everton, despite being deducted 10 points, are on 13 points and above the bottom three. And if Everton have not been deducted those 10 points, I think they would be in the top half of the table. What the hell are we doing there? Ah! Jack! Don't allow him to give the cross. That is very well intercepted. But how can Jack Grealish be so irresponsible, to be honest? Foden almost losing the ball there. What are we doing? It's a yellow card for a Luton player, I think. But that was just, Rodri just came back. He took matters into his hand and Rodri just came back. That was just so that was just so close. That was just so annoying. That was just so frustrating. Keep the focus, guys. Keep the focus. Ruben Diaz there with the kick. Keep the focus. I mean, every bloody game from the last 1 month is just this thing. Ake does well. Ake does well to retrieve the ball. Ah, that's a corner. Bernardo was almost lurking that. Gotham says Rodri FC. You're right. You're right. You're right, Gotham. Rodri, the amount of defensive interceptions has done. It's just been superb. Still tense. Foden. Bernardo Silva, so much space. Kyle Walker with this shitty cross. It was decent one, to be honest. Kovacic. Rodri. Jack Grealish. Rodri again. Phil Foden giving the ball away, but is done well to retrieve the ball there. And I don't think should have shot because that was a promising thing from Julian Alvarez. But my question is, do we have the confidence in us to maintain a 1-0 lead away from home in a tough ground? It's not far away, to be honest, but that's why I think we need another question. We need another goal for question, to be honest. Luton have the ball. Someone bloody apply pressure. It's a goal kick. I think it's a goal kick. Or is it a corner? Every time Luton get a corner, I'm like, it's a corner, I think. Bloody hell. Every time Luton get a corner, you're like, whoa, what the hell is happening? Gautam, we need your bliss, Gautam, for defending this corner again. Because Luton on corners are very, very dangerous. That's very well defended. That's an excellent defensive header, to be honest. That's an excellent defensive header. Rodri FC again. Excellent defensive header from Rodri. Gautam, there's always. I'm so scared of Luton getting corners here, to be honest. Ah, Rodri does extremely well again. Ha! Phil, you get the ball, you maintain some composure. I know the pressing is intense, but someone of Foden's quality should maintain his composure. John Stones one on one. That is excellent defending from John Stones. See, that's the difference between Guardiola and John Stones. Or any of the other centre backs you're having. I think apart from Guardiola is probably one of our weakest centre backs in one on ones. And I thought he was very good in the World Cup and for Leipzig. So Kovacic almost made a good run, but it's a City throw. It's calmed down a bit in the last few minutes, but we have to get another goal, guys. We have to get another goal. Matthews Nunez is coming on. I wonder who does he take out? Yes, he's taking out Kovacic. Kovac had a decent average game, I would say. It's not been bad and it's not been exceptional as well. Matthews Nunez is coming on. This was such a tense game all round. I think it's a goal kick to Luton Town. Tahit Chong is coming on. Ex Manchester United academy graduate and a player as well, I think. It's so tense. It's so tense out here. Get another goal. Come on, citizens. Get another goal. That is well pinched by Matthews Nunes. He's done well. Julian Alvarez, Matthews Nunes. That's a foul. That's a foul on Matthews Nunes. But the referee is not given the foul. Nunes done very well there by pinching the ball. Tahit Chong is coming on. Matthews Nunes. I don't know what's happened to Alvarez there. Why didn't he attack that ball? I just don't know. Time is ticking by very slowly, like it always does when we are not in the lead. Gautam says injury time should not be more than 5. He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. Yes, he's offside. For a moment, I thought he was through Edebayo, but he was offside. Gotham, injury time is all at the mercy of the bloody referees. It depends, I think. If you're Arsenal, you get to play in injury time until you score a goal. But if you're City or someone else, Arsenal's rival, they blow off as quickly as possible or as late as possible, depending on the opponents, depending on the state of the game. Nunes has been good uh, in the last 3 4 minutes from the time he has come. He's been razor sharp. He's been winning the ball back. I think one thing is Kovacic did not show as much tenacity in going there, breaking up the play, winning the ball back. Rodri was doing it on his own, but Nunez is doing it well. At least in the 3 4 minutes has come back. Rodri again, lack of coordination in the attacking third. That's a foul on Natanake. He's not given the foul. The ball's gone out, and I mean, the entire month we thought it would end with the Chelsea match on Diwali, this end to end. हमें क्या पता था कि हर एक मैच दिवाली जैसा रहेगा. Every match was a cracker after that Chelsea game. Every match was bloody end to end. That's a foul on Tahit Chong, and oh, that's a missed pass, and City need to take advantage of it, or at least keep the bloody ball. Alvarez gets to it early on, but I think his touch just let him down. It's a Luton goal kick. Gautam says, just hope we get someone in January. We'll talk about that, Gautam. We'll talk about that. Once the match ends, we'll talk about that. There's a lot of topics to talk about, but at this point, I just want the victory. I don't care how we get it. It's been a month since we have won, right? So just want the victory. Don't care how we get it, to be honest. It's another throw for City. Calvin Phillips is sitting there and thinking, we'll talk about Calvin Phillips as well. It's so tense that I'm just not able to focus on talking about any other issues other than the match because we desperately need these points, especially with Arsenal playing Liverpool in 2 weeks' time and stuff. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what the referees signaled there. I think it's a free kick for City. Jack Grealish at it again. It's Luton Town goal kick. One more minute to the 90 and then added injury time. This is going down to the wire and it's a substitution from Luton Town as well. This is absolutely going down to the wire. Gautam just really set his jaw. He's missing Haaland. He's missing Haaland. Just imagine the big guy Haaland being there along with Grealish. But again, with the amount of space we had today, Haaland would have loved this match. Be honest. That's a long ball again, and it's well defended. It's a free kick for Luton as well. My God, it's a Ruben Diaz handball, and it's a free kick for Luton. It's 6 minutes of added time, Gotham. You said should not be more than five. It's just a minute more than five. My God, it's a free kick for Luton. Ross Barkley as well with the free kick. 6 minutes exactly. Gotham, we need your bliss again at defending this free kick. Just give us some defensive bliss. That's a corner for Luton now. My God, the pressure is just piling up on us. The pressure is just absolutely piling up on us. It's an in-swinging corner as well. Bloody clear the ball! It's another corner. That can't be a handball, come on. The proximity is so close. It's another corner. And they have another chance to put the ball into the box. It's a throw in for Luton. I bet it will be a long, long throw in. Manuel Akanji is coming on as well. Phil Foden's going off. Akanji is coming on there. And it might be a long throw in now into the box. It's a City throw in. It's a City throw in. Well done, well done, very well done. Kyle Walker, that's the first good thing he's done in this game, to be honest. Each second is seeming like a minute to me. That's another City throw in. Take your time, lads. It's a throw in for Luton Town now. Two more minutes to go. Again, Gautam, we need your bliss. in order to defend this. Edison takes it. Eddie catches it. That is very well done from Edison. Eddie, take your time. Take your time, Eddie. Take your time. I don't know why Edison. That's a free kick for City. Very well done. Yes, come on. Come on, City. That's a free kick for City. It's a throw in again. The last seconds. Time is just ticking by. At least till now, City have managed this game fantastically well. It's a Luton Town goal kick. Just defend this one last attack. 96 minutes are up, and I think referee will allow for one last Luton attack. That's a corner for Luton. My God, this game is just. Gautam, we need you, bless again. This is. Edison takes it. Woo! City have won! Finally, after a month, City have won! Come on, City! Finally, after a month! What a tense game this is, my God! I'm just reacting like a traveler, it's almost a traveler who's walked through the desert for a month and is finally found he's finally found some water. He's finally found some oasis. That's how that's how I'm feeling right now. What a game! Finally, we won. Gotham finally so relieving. I don't think in the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years we have ever experienced such a winning drought, right? It was so tense. Luton were getting corner after corner after corner. But I do think since John Stones has come on, I just think the defense just improved drastically. Since John Stones, I think this is our best defensive lineup. Kyle Walker, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake. Has to be that. Vinay says, finally we won. Finally. It just feels so relieving, Vinay. And also contrasting emotions, right? Contrasting emotions from what we're at half time and what it is now. Whoa. At halftime, I genuinely thought, done, another weekend ruined, done, and we are heading towards another draw at least, if not a loss, because I didn't see us scoring more than one goal in this game. And to be honest, I don't think we created to score more than one. We did not create those two goals as well, where Bernardo Silva good banger from the edge of the box and Jack Grealish in a normal counter attack. There was no creativity today. We can talk about how we have won and all of that. We'll talk about that, but the main issue here has to be that lack of creativity from us. Vinay says winless streak is over. Gautam says some blissful moments, lot of blissful moments. Gautam, but all of them were defensive blissful moments. My God, how were you guys even able to see it? It was so tense, so tense. This last week, it. I'm sure if a patient with high BP would have been through this week, I don't think he would have survived this week from Chelsea till now. It is just edge of the seat football from City. And opposition fans say that City's matches are boring. This is just edge of the feet. And This is just edge of the seat. Wonderful football from City. And look at Pep Guardiola. They're teaching Jack Grealish wing play. This is just fantastic for Pep to also see uh, the funny side of it. But the creative element needs to be talked about. Vinay says Walker Diaz must be benched. Maybe not Diaz, maybe not Diaz, Vinay, but I definitely agree that Kyle Walker has to be benched. I think Manuel Akanji, I think Diaz did all right, but Manuel Akanji, I think could play in that right back role. We have seen he's played against Bayern Munich in that right back role, defended against Coman, Sane, Nabry, and also. So just think that Kyle Walker needs to be benched, and this experiment of Kyle Walker going down the wing has to stop. I mean, I know why Pep Guardiola is doing this because he wants Phil Foden to play in that cam role, and he also wants Julian Alvarez to play in that cam role. So, by the way, by the way, Chelsea have lost 2-0 to Everton. Just imagine if Everton would not have been docked those 10 points, I think they would be almost 23, 25 points right now. They would be in the top 7. Fulham another 5-0. Go to I think Pep Guardiola needs to talk to Marco Silva. 10 goals Fulham in their last 2 games. My God. But anyway, I know why he's playing Phil Foden uh, inside and he's getting Kyle Walker to overlap. I just think he wants to play Phil Foden as Cam. He wants to play Alvarez as Cam, which means there's no one on that right wing. I think this Alvarez experiment has to stop. If it doesn't stop, play Foden on the wing out wide. Do not have Kyle Walker do this shit of shifting up and down. That is absolutely crap. See, because of that, teams can defend narrow. If you tell Phil Foden to come inside, teams are realizing Kyle Walker is an absolute shit. He's an absolute farce. Attacking wise, he might be the best defensive right back in the world. Defensive wise, attacking wise is an absolute shit. Villa 3 days back did not care to put a man on Kyle Walker, gave him freedom to cross. Today, Luton did not care about Kyle Walker. If you see, Kyle Walker was the player who had so much space today. So Pep needs to think about that. Sport Freak says Grealish. Grealish was fantastic, I would say. He held the ball and stuff. Grealish really changed it, but I still don't think Grealish brought in the creative momentum to us. Gautam says, we are still there. We are still there in the title race, bro. We are still there. Bhaiya just says, what a scrappy win. Should work as a platform to go on a run. I think Bhayaji, this is City, and I think as a City fans, I think we all must expect that if City would come back into form, it would be like this nervy, tense, and all of that. Because how much ever we have won the treble, how much ever we are the best team in Europe. Right now we are the European, not right now on form, but generally, how much ever we are the European champions, all of that. You see, when City won their first PL title, edge of the seat. You see how City won the PL title two years ago, edge of the seat. How City won the PL title last season, almost edge of the seat. Spurs 2-0 down, came back 4-2. Uh, uh, a lot of things like that. So I think as City fans, it's in our DNA that if we were to make a comeback, it would be a scrappy win. And honestly, I think around about the 55th minute or something, even through the half time, I was like thinking. I just lost it. If you just see for the half time how I was speaking, I don't remember me speaking like that for a long time, but I just lost it. First thing, Guardiola not going on and defending the cross, but I just couldn't see the creative outlet, how we would come back. Against Spurs last season, 2-0 down, I could see the creative outlet, how we could come back. Okay, De Bruyne wasn't there then, I think, but I could see Riyad Mahrez, I could see the creative outlet in there. But today against Villa, I could not see. And honestly, like Bayaji said, and honestly, like Baya just said, this was a scrappy win. There was no creative element. This win was not. It is more of Luton giving us chances, and I mean we finished it of course, but Luton giving us chances on the counter attack. But I would not take this win away because it takes character to come back from such a low. When the media is over you, when and you're 1-0 down. You have 45 minutes to save yourself from the entire media telling Pep is finished, Pep's tactics are finished. They can't even go to Kenilworth Road and get something out of the game. We were 45 minutes away from that thing, from that, or from all of English media falling on us, and us just getting pushed away by the opponents and stuff. So this was a scrappy win, and unlike Pep win, but on the other side, this was a win full of character, of personality. This is a kind of win, that propels you to winning titles. 5-0, 4-0 wins, clinical performances, they are very good on the eye, but they don't propel you to win titles. I think this kind of a win should serve as a platform, like Bayaji said, but this kind of a win for me should light that fire again inside. When Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Phil Neville yesterday was telling that he was asked who will be the champions this season. Phil Neville told Arsenal, and they asked why. He said, after the treble, no one will have the fire left. That is what this kind of a win can light inside us. That fire to go on, that nitrous boost to go on through the season. So I hope this serves as a platform. Bayaji says, is this the first time Grealish has scored in back-to-back games for City? Back-to-back games he's played in. Yes, Spurs and this game. There's nothing like it, Bayaji, to be honest. If Jack Grealish adds goals to his game, just imagine Grealish adding goals to his game, Haaland adding goals to his game. In a way, I'm happy with Jack Grealish playing on the left wing, to be honest, for now, because people are telling Doku, 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 but I actually think that Jack Grealish on the left wing helps you control that game better, and I think I would put Doku on the right wing and probably Foden in the middle. I mean, then where will Alvarez play? Where will Haaland play? I think only one of them can play up top. That is for Pep to figure out. But I don't have the answer to that question. That's a very difficult question. How do you fit both Haaland and Alvarez in? But I do not want to see Foden play on the right and cut inside, and Kyle Walker be a right winger slash right back slash whatever he wants to do, free kick taker, uh, captain, whatever he wants to do. But just imagine Grealish and Doku on the wings. They will stretch your play. Against Aston Villa, we couldn't stretch the play much. Against Spurs, so many gaps and we couldn't stretch the play much. Stretching the play has been an issue for us. Stretching the just look at the space Josko Guardiola got today to run into. Why was he getting that space? He was getting that space because Phil Foden was, cutting inside always, or whoever on that left hand side or the right hand, whoever on that right hand side was cutting inside. That's, or even Walker for that sense on the right. Why was Walker getting so much space on the right? Because Phil Foden was cutting inside, which means our attackers are not able to maintain width. Please, Pep, maintain width. Please, Pep, why are you going away from your fundamentals? That's what I'll ask you. Fundamentals have been to high and wide, wingers high and wide. That has been your fundamentals. Please, Pep, do not go away from it. That is, if you can take away from something from this game, that is it. Keep your wingers high and wide and don't have Kyle Walker play there. Sport Freak Chase, Chelsea lost. Anurag, I was just checking it, Everton 2, Chelsea nil. If Everton would not have been deducted those 10 points, Everton would have been in the top half of the table. I, I, I think people don't realize the calamity of this. I think Chelsea losing 2-0 to Everton is not a big thing. The big thing is what happened last week. Chelsea lost 2-1 to Manchester United. If you can lose to that Manchester United side, then I think Everton at this time are playing better football than Manchester United. So I think this Luton Town team can defeat that Manchester United side. At least 2-0 or 3-0 or whatever. Yesterday, Bournemouth at Old Trafford defeated them 3-0. So, Chelsea losing 2-0 to Everton is not a surprise for me. Chelsea losing 2-1 to Manchester United tells you who is the worst team in the Premier League right now. Don't let the table fool you. Sport Freak says, title race, City will win it, bro. I mean, again, here in this community, more than winning, what we want is City to fight till the end. That is what we want. City to fight till the end. We do realize that you can't just keep on winning every title, but what we want City to is fight till the end, go till the last day or whatever, maintain a small gap and fight. At the end, if you win it, superb. If you don't, at least you fought. At least that satisfaction, having that feeling that we have fought for the title till the end. And people underestimate that feeling of we have fought till the end. Actually, sometimes that feeling can actually be as good as winning the title if you don't give up till the end. So, winning or losing the title, I don't know, but I'm happy that we are keeping the gap, we are cutting the gap. We are just 3 points of Arsenal, 4 points of Liverpool at a stage when both Arsenal and Liverpool play each other. Interesting dynamic. We have not been in form. We have played against all the top six sides till now. I think uh, Spurs, Arsenal. I think it's completed. Newcastle, that cycle is completed, and still we are just 4 points off the top. That is, if you have to take a positive amidst all of this negativity, the positive is we have been through the worst run of form. We have been through hell. I think hell would have been even a bit more better. We have been through hell, losing against Aston Villa, this and that, and still we are just 4 points of the top. We have literally been through hell. So that is one positive, if I have to say, take from this. Vinay says, why our players can't carry the ball during counter? And all of these are the best ball carriers in the world, Vinay. That is a surprise for me. Bernardo Silva, Mateo Kovacic, Matthews Nunez, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden. They're some of the best ball carriers. I just think we don't train enough for the counters because Pep always thinks it's just tiki taka passing. That's how we break the opponent down. Because that's what surprised me. Aston Villa, this game, Spurs, Chelsea. There were so many good chances to. There were so many good chances to go on the counter and we didn't, and we actually didn't. We misplaced the pass or we just overhit the pass or something like that. And again, looking back, I would say, how did we lose to that Spurs side? How did we draw against that Chelsea side who get beaten up 2-1 by United, who are crap at this point of time? How did we drop points against that Spurs side? But anyway, it was just a bad run of form. I think glad that it got over today. And then on another day, this could have been Luton clinching this 1-0, and we would be sitting here ready for another dull weekend. At least that didn't happen. Vinay says win is win. We being so poor all this half of the season. That's the biggest positive thing, Vinay. Win is win. Poor. We were so poor half of the season. We are almost 2-3 matches. I think away, 3-4 matches away from the half of the season. Despite being so poor, we are just 4 points of the top. Despite being so poor. That's what Phil Neville yesterday in NBCCSN was telling that you know he was telling after Arsenal lost that game, he told us the biggest thing for me today is not Liverpool going top, but Arsenal failing to open a potentially 9 point gap on City. I still fear the team fourth of the table than the team first in the table. That's what Phil Neville said in his exact words. So you can see still City have that feeling, that fear factor among pundits, among teams and stuff. Win is win, like you said. It was one of the most crappiest wins, I think, in Pep Guardiola's era, because this could easily have been another Norwich City four years back when Liverpool won the title. This could easily have been another Norwich City where we lose against a relegated team and our season just fizzes out. Sport Freak says, how much will you rate Guardiola signing this season? Anurag, the problem is I cannot rate the Guardiola season this signing this season because Guardiola has played all his life as a centre back. Okay, you could have played right back, left of a three-man defense, but he's essentially a centre back, whatever you call it. And Pep Guardiola is playing him as a left back. And when you play a left back in a Pep Guardiola system, you have to do much more than defending. You have to know the positional game inside out, because you're also contributing to the attacking sense. You're going forward as a left back. You're integral to the team's press, which means you have to know when you go in, when Grealish goes inside, where do you have to be. When Rodri comes and occupies in the left back position, Guardiola has to come inside and cover for Rodri. So Guardiola needs to know that positional play. And I think all of these things have confused Josko Guardiola so much that that he's not been at his best. I think I can't judge Josko Guardiola now because he's being played out of position. Pep is teaching him his positional system. We'll have to remember, Rodri took an year to learn Pep Guardiola's system. Uh, Players took some time to learn the system. Grealish took more than an year and a half, for example. Calvin Phillips is still not able to learn the system. So wouldn't judge Josko Guardiola till the end of this season, to be honest. I was frustrated with Josko Guardiola today because Someone's crossing the ball, and why don't you go up to him and stop the cross? Why do you have to make the decision of trying to dribble inside? Of him trying to dribble inside. See, this is another thing. When you play as a centre back, the only thing you notice is you when you go one on one with an attacker, it, he tries to dribble past you and you just defend one on one. But when you are playing as a left back, you have to make the decision: do I go up to him and stop the cross from coming inside, or do I prevent him from dribbling inside? What should I do? So I think Josko Guardiola still is not ready for that kind of a decision making. See, defense is all about experience. If the same situation repeats for Josko Guardiola, I'm sure he'll go and try to block the cross. And Josko Guardiola is 21 years old. Josko Guardiola is 21 years old. And however, whatever you might say is a wonder kid defender and stuff, defense is about experience. Defense is about facing those situations, so that when you face that situation again, you know exactly what to do. Defense is more about, especially in the fullback positions, when you're defending 1v1s. Defense is about trying to outwit the attackers with quick feet. I think playing as a fullback and defending in a Pep Guardiola side 1v1s is far more tougher than playing as a centre back. Sometimes each role is tougher, but that's why I think Josko Guardiola is finding it difficult. I went in on him at half time, but I won't judge him now until the end of the season, to be honest. Bayaji says injuries will keep happening this season. Strengthen the squad in the winter window. We'll actually talk about Bayaji will actually talk about that in a bit. The signings that we have to go for in the winter window. Vinay says Guardiola was decent today, but is getting skinned off, and it's just an unusual position. I think Vinay, like I said, defending huge spaces, and Guardiola's not used to that. I don't think in Leipzig Guardiola has been ever, or in Croatia Guardiola has ever been faced with defending so much of a huge space and also coming forward, lot of responsibilities. He will grow, I think. He will grow. He will grow, I think. Guardiola will grow. It's just that we need to give him some time. Vinay says bench was looking weak today. No creative outlet except Oscar Bob. Vinay, there was absolutely no creative outlet. Gautam says KDB has started running. Doku and Haaland getting rest. PL is not ready yet. Gautam, that's why I'm actually excited. Gautam, I'm actually excited for the second half of the season when we have Doku. I mean, I at least want us to have this lineup for a little bit of a time in the second half. Doku, Haaland, Grealish, Doku, Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know how he fits in Foden, Alvarez. That is up to Pep. But Doku, okay, Doku, Haaland, Grealish, and KDB starting as that front attacking four. Then let me see how will Chelsea, how will Spurs, how will Aston Villa, how will this high pressing teams play against us? To be honest, Vinay says I'm concerned on Rodri. He's doing so much work in getting cards. We are one Rodri injury. We are one Rodri injury away. Vinay, I don't want to occur these words. I just don't want to even think about it. The, there was actually a term, I think someone said on this stream. I think Continua said it on this stream. Rodri pendentia. The last time against Aston Villa. I think that's what it is right now. Rodri pendentia. Who do you guys think we should sign in the winter transfer window? Can you name one player who could replace Calvin Phillips? Because apparently Juventus, Manchester United, and Newcastle are fighting for Calvin Phillips. News has come now that Manchester United have Calvin Phillips at the top of their midfield list because Casemiro might leave in the winter window. Vinay says happy weekend, happy weekend. When I finally a weekend after the Diwali thing, finally a weekend, right? After a long time, that very happy. We can celebrate a city win. We can you know watch the highlights. I didn't even dare to watch the highlights of all the other games, Chelsea, Spurs, and all the other games. To be honest, Baya just says almost criminal on Guardiola to expect pinging pinpoint crosses as a left back who never played such position at this level. First should let him settle as centre back. That's the thing I don't get Bayaji. That's why I was so angry at half time. You bench you bench John Stones, play Josko Guardiola. I mean Pep Pep thinks Manuel Akanji can play the John Stones role, and Pep thinks Josko Guardiola can't play the John Stones role. I don't understand why Josko Guardiola has got more skills on the ball than John Stone than Manuel Akanji. Probably more pace than Manuel Akanji. I was stunned when Josko Guardiola today was playing so much on the left hand side. It was again defending in the on the flanks 1v1 is it's something else. So it's a special skill. Kyle Walker is not just called the best right back defensively for nothing. It's Nathan Ake is called the best left back, one of the best defensive left backs in the world for nothing. Pocketing wingers, it's so difficult. Silky feet and all of those things. It's very difficult. I don't know why he's doing this experiment with the Oscar Guardiola. I mean, if it comes off, we would be sitting here at the end of the season telling it's a Pep Guardiola masterclass. Pep Guardiola doing that to Josko Guardiola. Look at Pep Guardiola. He's taken a centre back and transformed him into one of the best left-sided players. Excuse me. He's transformed centre back into one of the best left backs in the world. We could be saying that this is Pep Guardiola, but right now I think Guardiola is getting skinned. Right now, right from the Chelsea game to this game, I think we have dropped points because of Josko Guardiola. There's no two things about it. I love Josko Guardiola. I'm sure a lot of you, us a lot in the community love Josko Guardiola. We wanted the signing in the summer of Josko Guardiola to happen, but but I think right from the Chelsea game to this game, Josko Guardiola has directly been responsible for us dropping points. Every time he's been responsible for us dropping points. About the winter signings, it's actually interesting because the links are with Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves is one player we are highly linked with, and Thuram is another player. Kafram Thuram is another player from, I think he plays at Lyon. I'm not sure. I think he plays at Lyon. Kafram Thuram is another player. Thuram is very interesting for me because I think if you look at how Thuram plays, is you almost get a feel of Paul Pogba style of play when you watch Kefram Thuram play. He's very good on the ball. He's unpressable literally. He's a very strong runner with the ball. His Kefram Thuram is someone who is very interesting. Lucas Paqueta again, I don't know. I don't think we go for him before the summer window, to be honest. But I think these are the two names that are out: Kefram Thuram and Ruben Neves. But honestly, that's the thing. We are not. It's interesting. We are not linked with any of the creative players. I don't know why. I don't know why we're not linked with any creative players. Is Pep expecting Kevin De Bruyne to stay fit for the entirety of second season? Because at the end of this match, City has won 2-1, but I'm still thinking here a bit confused that this is fine, but who will be our creative outlet? Who will be the one who will supply passes? I just cannot see Julian Alvarez do that, staying in the center of the midfield. I think Pep Guardiola needs to give Phil Foden the freedom of the cam position and play Julian Alvarez out wide and stop this Kyle Walker shit of Kyle Walker, running up and down. Why doesn't Pep Guardiola try Julian Alvarez on the right wing? I just don't understand. I mean, I'll be very frustrated if again next match we'll see. I mean, next match is a dead rubber game, so you could probably experiment with Oscar Berg. James McAtee is an interesting one again. I know he's on loan, but yeah, Bournemouth's manager has changed. I think it's Chris Wilder now, and the position of James McAtee is interesting now under Chris Wilder. He's playing off the right, just playing off the right. He's just playing exactly the Phil Foden position that Pep is playing off the right, cutting inside, and his work rate, everything. It just reminds you of the work rate of Jack Grealish on that side. James McAtee has been superb in yesterday's matches. He scored a goal for Sheffield United as well, beating Brentford. So McAtee might be someone we could keep a watch on, but again, it will be for summer as well. So I don't know what Pep Guardiola is thinking. Honestly, I don't know. We have let Cole Palmer go. Oscar Bob is the only creative player there on the bench, and I don't know how Pep is gonna infuse creativity here. Rico Lewis is not the answer for infusing creativity. I'm sorry. Rico Lewis is an excellent ball carrier and stuff, but he's not a excellent creative outlet at least for now. So it will be interesting to see what Pep Guardiola does, to be honest. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining me. And what a match it was! It was tense. It was a typical City day. Watching City play at Kenilworth Park, edge of the seat. We were 1-0 down. we, there was no way it seemed we could come back in the match, and we won 2-1. It was just fantastic. This is a typical City day, and glad that we have come out on the right side of this result. Again, if the Red Star Belgrade match in midweek, it's a date rubber, but it will be interesting to see how Pep Guardiola, rotates the squad there. How how Pep Guardiola experiments. I would think Oscar Bob starts in the center of midfield there, because we have to search for creative outlets. We are absolutely operating with zero creativity right now. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot and take care.